And breaking news now, after the OIC raised the Yasin Malik issue, India has hit back at the OIC, saying that it has implicitly expressed support for terrorist activities of Yasin Malik, which were documented and presented in the court. So breaking news, India hits back at the OIC, requesting it not to justify terror after it expressed an opinion on the Yasin Malik issue. OIC had raised the Yasin Malik issue and India now hits back, saying, do not justify terror. And residents in China's largest city of Shanghai demand the lifting or easing of coronavirus restrictions that have left millions locked up in their communities for almost 2 months. More than 21 million people in Shanghai are now in precaution zones, the least restrictive category. Taiwan's military recently conducted its annual missile drills to test combat readiness and demonstrate the firepower of its armed forces. In handout footage released by Taiwan's Navy headquarters, various types of anti-air and anti-ship missiles, including the US-made Standard missile, were seen launching from warships. Hundreds of students protested in Santiago, demanding that food subsidies and funds for structural improvements to public schools be allocated in the country's budget. At one violent intersection, police were forced to use water cannon trucks to put out a bus set on fire by a group of protesters. Iranian state media reported that Tehran has demanded the release of a ship seized by Greek authorities in their waters, allegedly under pressure by Washington last month. Iran's foreign ministry summoned the Swiss envoy, who represents the United States in Tehran, set to lodge a diplomatic protest over the incident. The new president of the Italian Bishops' Conference has suggested any inquiry into sexual abuse by the Catholic clergy in Italy would only cover the past 20 years. Campaigners have been calling for the Italian Catholic Church to follow several Western European nations in opening up their archives to independent researchers to establish the scope of abuse and cover up in recent decades.